A bigger bunch of buffoons have never before collected under the dome of the Capitol building. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Scott Brown, oh yes, Scott Brown, the darling. A Republican from Massachusetts. Here's Scott Brown today, the Daily Caller. Scott Brown called Republican efforts to cut government spending irresponsible and urged party leaders to get over their ideology and find an agreement on a final resolution to the government through the fiscal year. He said, rather than reaching a workable bipartisan solution to responsibly address our staggering deficit, we are repeatedly given a false choice between CR proposals that either don't go far enough to reduce federal spending and proposals that send the wrong priorities that would disproportionately affect low-income families and this guy, I cannot believe we supported this guy. Irresponsible proposals? The Republicans come up with $61 measly billion out of a $3.6 trillion budget with an estimated $1.65 trillion deficit. And Scott Brown thinks that's extreme and ideologically driven. Our society's facing collapse. Just like all the others out there that do the same damn thing, follow the left. And this is the best this Republican from Massachusetts can come up with, the old saw about the poor. Let me explain something to you, Mr. Brown. There are more and more poor in this country thanks to the left. There are more and more unemployed in this country thanks to the left. There are more and more people losing their homes thanks to the left. Why the hell don't you grow a pair and stand up like a man and stand up against this soft tyranny instead of playing the same phony New England politician, New England Republican crap where you somehow are smarter and better than everybody else, where you weigh the pros and cons. Our country's going to hell. Its finances are already there, and you stand there, talk about $61 billion being ideologically driven. Where do you want to take us, Mr. Brown, exactly? Where do you want to take us? I'm sick and tired of Republicans like you who throw in the towel, who surrender my children's future and my grandchildren's future for a nice soundbite and press release to come off like a very reasonable person. Let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. When we're facing over $50 trillion in unfunded liabilities that your children are going to have to pay for, when this government has spent $5 trillion in 3 years that we do not have, who is the ideologue? Who's the extremist? Who's playing games, Mr. Brown? You are.